welcome back to my channel. It's the cooking nurse once again, and in today's video we are not cooking. I'm going to be sharing with you what is in my hospital bag. But before we get into that, I'd love for you to know that I am a nurse professionally. I studied nursing and midwifery, and I am a mother. So I'm expecting my second child about 37 weeks into, and counting days until the day I deliver. That is why I think this video is really timely and is going to help a first-time mother. Now, the main reason I am recording this video is because I have been on the internet before. I have been on this app. I have searched videos with my first pregnancy, even this one. What are people packing? A lot of good things, a lot of good stuff. None of the videos really caters for the typical Ugandan mom, first-time mom, who doesn't even know what to buy. Most times I have realized that some of the videos on this app are, if I may say, are for people up there, not the people down here. So that is why I'm here to share with you my experience, also things I did with my first child that I really shouldn't have done, and things I am doing right now, or what I have packed, that I think is really so helpful. However, before we get into it so deep, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Oh, by the way, we just hit 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. But if you're watching this video and it's not the first video of mine you're watching, but you haven't subscribed, you don't give my videos a thumbs up, sister, bro, why just do it. It's free. I mean, just down there, do it. Thank you. That's why I love you. So first of all, to start, a hospital bag shouldn't be like you're shifting. It is something that has only essentials, things you need for you and your baby when you deliver, okay, or when you go to deliver. So number one thing, a must carry is your antenatal card. In Uganda, where I give birth from, or where I live, hospitals, most of them that I'm talking about our level, they don't provide anything. They don't have those computerized things. Sometimes you can even do your antenatal from here and then give birth from somewhere else. Maybe you're married somewhere else and then you give birth from your mom's side. It depends really. So make sure to always have your medical records on you. Your antenatal card is like the gateway. Once you reach the hospital, wherever you're going to give birth from, they'll ask you for that card, and it's going to guide them on how to handle you. If you're a high-risk mother, then your antenatal provider should have, indicated it, and then your midwife, finally at the hospital you're going to give birth from, can take over from that. So make sure you carry your hospital book or antenatal card. Number two, for mothers, please make sure to carry Macintosh. In these times we are in, like right now, if you're 37 weeks pregnant, also anytime you can give birth, trust me. So you're going to need something like this, a Kavera, or what you call a Macintosh. You can go for the high-end ones, but make sure you have one. But if you cannot, these ones come in a mama kitty. There are those packs that are designed for delivery, so you can carry that one. It's used to put it on the bed before they examine you to confirm if you're in labor or not. So you'll need that. You'll need a lasso or a piece of cloth that is big enough for you to lay there, and then the midwife can examine you and confirm if you're in labor, confirm any abnormalities, anything that they need to check. So it's a Macintosh first, a lasso second, and then you'll need a pair of surgical gloves, or 2 or 3 or 4, depending on where you're going to give birth from. If you're going to go in a government hospital, I repeat, in Uganda, if you're going to go in a government hospital, you don't want to reach there and then the midwife is like, we don't have gloves. I'm not saying they don't have gloves, but maybe they do not have gloves, and you need to be examined. So if possible, you can carry these. They also come in the mama kit if you bought an already made one, but if you didn't, then carry them. And also, these gloves help you later on when you give birth. Most times when you give birth, you cannot just dive into doing your things by yourself immediately. So someone is there to help you. Now, when they're helping you, who do you think is willing to touch in your blood, however much they love you? Really, no one. So if you can afford some gloves, disposables or surgicals for examination, please buy them and carry them, so that those people, it's easy for someone to work with you. Okay, it's not like you're really that disgusting, but yeah. Then away from the gloves, you're going to need a few things like bed sheets. Some hospitals do provide, but where the people I'm talking to right now, most of those hospitals do not provide those fancy bed sheets, and I don't think you would want, on top of that nausea and everything, want to be in bed sheets that someone else has been in or you're not comfortable with. So make sure you carry your own bed sheets, because when they admit you, they confirm your neighbor, they're going to admit you, of course. When they admit you, they'll give you a bed, they make the bed for you, but maybe if you're not comfortable with the other bed sheets, or they don't have the bed sheets, maybe they're in the laundry and they are not yet, back, they are out of stock, you're going to use yours. Don't just be embarrassing yourself. Oh, this hospital doesn't give us, no, don't embarrass yourself. Carry your own bed sheets. I'm sure you have bed sheets at home that you use. Carry a warm blanket just in case you need some extra warmth. Carry a jacket or a sweater or anything. And then of course, carry clothes, free dresses. You can carry something like this. You can carry those derras, anything that you're comfortable with. So carry some clothes. We don't want to see you in the morning in the same dress that you're sweating in. Even your water breaks and you're in that dress, and then you give birth, you're still in that dress. Man, it can be a little bit messy in there. So carry some extra clothes so that when you give birth or before you give birth, you can be comfortable, feel at home. It's a painful thing. I know it. I've been there before. It's really painful. So if you do not add on some of the comfort that you cannot get in some of the places, please make sure you work on this. That's why we have 9 months to prepare some of those things. You do not forget your toilet sheets. Okay, you do not forget to carry your toilet sheets. These include your soap, bathing soap, your washing soap. You're going to need your toothbrush, toothpaste. You need some wipes. You need a lot of those small things, maybe your hair shampoo, if you can afford those ones. If you cannot afford those ones, please carry soap, please carry your toothbrush, carry your toothpaste, and a basin. Okay, a basin or a bucket or anything that's going to help you. Maybe for urinating, you cannot just be running to the toilet or a public toilet every other 2 minutes. Or if you're in a private room, then you're not even sure because it's not you the first person to be there. So yeah, carry a bucket or a basin to use. And also if you go in labor and your clothes are so soiled or everything is soiled and they need to pack it away for later cleaning, then you're going to need a container to put them in. So make sure you carry a basin. If your hospitals provide those ones, don't please. But if you are going to go on a low side of the hospital, please carry those ones. Another thing is make sure you have a drink. Carry some food, carry something to eat. Oh, it can be messy in there. You cannot imagine you're hungry, you have pain, you are just there frustrated. I know myself, when I'm hungry, I am really a bad person. You do not just pass twice when I'm hungry. No. You're gonna need a chairman's letter to let you do that. So to avoid the embarrassment, carry something to eat. In the hospitals I gave birth from, or the hospitals I trained in, you need some hot water, some tea leaves, and some sugar. So when you're going there, you cannot just be reaching the hospital like it fell on you. You just realize you're pregnant. No, asking other mothers for something to drink. So if you can carry a flask with water, hot water, then you will figure out how to get hot water later on when you reach the hospital. But in the beginning, please carry some hot water. It helps speed up the situation. The sugar gives you the energy, so you stay hydrated and then stay energized. So make sure you carry something to keep you going. Away from that, you're going to need the sanitaries as a mother. We have these types of pads, these ones. if you can see them well. This is gauze and cotton. They are handmade. You just get some gauze and then wrap it around the cotton. That is if you cannot afford these maternity pads. Okay, if you cannot afford the maternity pads, you cannot afford the other pads to use, please, the mama kit usually has a cotton roll and some gauze. You can get those ones for 1,000, and then you make your own pads. After giving birth, whether through cesarean section or normal delivery, a mother bleeds, just in case you didn't know. And sometimes you're not even sure if it's heavy or not heavy. So that bleeding needs something to tap the blood. You're gonna need this or this, okay? And yeah, so of course, alongside these ones, you need to carry your underwear, comfortable underwear. Please don't carry thongs, okay? Don't carry those G-strings. It's not some fashion show. You carry those beautiful grandma panties that are fitting so that they can accommodate such a big pad. We don't want to see you walking staggering because the pad is, getting down. You get it? Yeah, the whole situation is, do not embarrass yourself. You're a mother. We make things work, okay? So yeah, after the pads, I think that's all you need as a mom. If you can carry extra things, please do, as long as you're comfortable with them, as long as you need them. But for my mothers down here, you carry the essentials. If you cannot afford extra things, please leave them out. And also, one thing that I actually realized I needed so much when I was in the hospital with my first child, was a pillow. If I could get a pillow that day, I would be the happiest. So this time around, I am going to carry my own pillow. They'll ask me to walk, but of course I'll need pillows. A pillow when I lead. I can't walk the whole day. You get it. And then another thing, guys, please don't forget to carry your towel and sandals. It can be exhausting in there. Sometimes you're going to have to bathe here and there, so don't just be bathing and then using your dress to dry yourself, and then you're bathing in your shoes. So make sure to carry some sandals. And I think for me, that's all for the mother. We move on to the baby. Now, the baby is really the most important thing in the picture, and yet that is important to pack for, because you don't know, you're not even sure of what you need. I've seen people pack baby carriers, I've seen people pack a lot of things, trust me. For a mom down here, we wouldn't relate, really. We cannot relate. So here are the things that I've packed in my hospital bag for my baby. So immediately the baby is born, immediately you labor well, and then the baby's head is out, they are going to receive the baby. Now, some other hospitals have bed sheets or sheets, small receivers that they put on you or anywhere or wherever they're going to receive the baby from, and they receive the baby. But then there are those hospitals that do not have those. The government hospitals down here don't provide those ones. So you're going to need a lot. You're going to need a receiving sheet. I'm carrying a black one because the baby is from inside there. Maybe the baby is not said dirty, but they have that vernix caseosa, the jelly thing that is on their skin. So when it goes into a cloth that you've carried that is white, you may end up throwing it away. If there's some meconium, they are fast poop, sometimes it doesn't get out. So I get a black bed sheet for receiving the baby immediately it is born. So once they are done cleaning my baby, and want to tuck her away, I have this bed or baby sheets, okay? These ones for just receiving her, and then I'll need a warm cover, a warm blanket. I have it in there also, just for receiving the baby from the labor room to maybe your spouse or your mom or your caretaker, whoever is available to carry the baby first, or just put it on the breast if they didn't do that immediately. But yeah, you're going to need some receiver clothes receivers. And when the baby reaches your room or your station, wherever it's stationed, maybe after a few hours, after a few, how many minutes, you're going to need to dress your child if they were not dressed from the other side. So some of the things you need is, of course, a few things. I have this part here. We have a cup for the head, because they say that babies tend to take in a lot of coldness through their head. So yeah, we're going to cover it. We need some baby socks, okay. We need some mittens, these ones for the hands. Then we need an inside top or a onesie. You can just use a onesie, but I used this with my first son, really. I'm not going to buy other things. No, these are still perfect, and they are going to work up to 2 months or 3. And then, of course, we will need an overall. This is a cotton overall. I'm putting it on my skin, and I've already washed and ironed them. So I think I'm going to have to redo that. Don't mothers do that every time? Pack and unpack, pack and unpack. So yeah, and then you'll need a sweater if possible, or a warm overall. A warm overall, like to put on top of the baby. So for my case, I am packing a sleeping bag. This one, it's just like this, and it's really warm inside and also heavy. So I'm going to, after dressing my child, I'm putting her inside here. But if you don't have those ones, if you cannot afford sleeping bags for small children, then you're going to use a baby shawl. Those baby shawls that are really far, like they are cotton, they are woolly and so warm, and most times mothers who are expecting buy them. So you carry extras, of course, just like this. We have baby wash towels, just in case we want to wash the baby later on. I didn't wash my son for 3 days. Yep, and it's completely okay. It's normal. If you want to bathe your child immediately after birth, no wahala. Mine 3 days, and then we can go in the water. In the meantime, we're going to be using this to just wipe around the body, cleaning around the cord and everything. But then also about the cord, I think I'll do a video about cord care when I give birth. For now, let's just stick the hospital bag. You need a few more of these. If you don't have them, please don't stress. As long as you have enough warm things for your child that are clean, please carry those ones. So we're going to need these ones more for putting here, especially when someone comes to carry the child. And yeah, then another thing about the mother, I forgot to say, if you carry your bras, right now there's no milk in my bobbies, but in a matter of 2 hours after birth, don't be surprised when you start leaking, like dripping, milk starts dropping out. So you don't want to embarrass yourself. If you can't afford breast pads, I have mine here but I don't see them, but if you can afford breast pads, I'm going to show them to you. Please use them, carry them. If you cannot afford them, get those small towels that are really thick and can absorb milk and carry them, or small clothes. It shouldn't be so hard for you. So yeah, I think those are the main things. And then of course, diapers, baby pampers. Those small ones can pass. They can do that and you're embarrassed. And the first fruit, the meconium, is really stainy and it's sticky. It's usually dark greenish. So usually when it gets into clothes or bed sheets, it is hard to get out. So make sure you carry some diapers. If you do not have them or your hospital does not provide them, buy disposable reusable diapers, nappies. Those ones you can wash a small towel, and if it doesn't get out and it doesn't get so clean, who knows, you can throw it away. It's still something so small, just like bad. So yeah, you can use those ones, nappies, if you cannot afford diapers for newborns. I think that's all. Yeah, and also maybe something else, baby bottles. just in case you do not start producing milk immediately and your child needs to feed somehow. I've seen mothers who are giving some little sweetened glucose, they mix it in water and give the baby until the milk starts being produced, starts coming. I've seen mothers feed with formula, so you cannot just be feeding with a spoon or a big cup to a small child. They need to start to learn how to suck. So if you can afford baby bottles, please carry one for that particular time. And if you're going to start with formula, then also do that. Carry all those things that you think you will need. Other hospitals do provide clothes for babies until they are going to be discharged. So you're going to need a few clothes for when your child is leaving the hospital. So carry some clothes depending on the situation, how you know yourself or how you know. But one thing about birth, it's not predictable. You cannot know. I had my son via SVD, like spontaneous vaginal delivery. So now I'm not going to have a CS. Anything can happen. Prepare according to plan, but also leave room for destiny or for fate to take its course. Okay, just in case you're operated on, you're going to stay in the hospital for quite some days, like 3 to 4 days. If it's a normal delivery, for my case, I gave birth in the night around 2 in the morning and I was discharged the next day around 11. So by 2 p.m. I was leaving the hospital. So just carry some reasonable amount of things, but just in case you do not have those things or you cannot afford them, okay, like baby carriers, some of the things. So if you're first time mom, please don't stress. I know it's not easy. You're going to buy a lot of things, really a lot of things. But if I can say, it's not like I can't afford some of the things, but to me, it's the child outgrows most of the things in the first 3 months. These babies come when they are this small, and in the first 3 months, by the time you go for your second immunization, the child has already gained a lot of weight and you're reshopping things, and then you don't have where to put the other ones. And then sometimes we buy those monocolors, like you buy blue. If they told you have a child, a baby boy, you have only blue. You're not even sure if your second child is going to be a boy and you want to put your boy, your gun in blue. You're not even sure. So you start giving out things. It's okay to give away, but sometimes if you do not have some, you do not have to give charity when you need charity. Okay, I'm talking to those people who do not have a lot of things or a lot of money to just give away anyhow. Buy things that you know you're going to need and use. Okay, yeah, so that's it. I think I've spoken really a lot. I am sure I'm going to be throwing in videos here and there, but in the meantime, please subscribe to my channel, watch videos that are already below there. This is my 80th upload, so I have 79 other videos below this one. Please check them out. Share this video with a new time mother or an expectant mother who you think could use the information I've shared, and I'll see you with my other videos. I'll talk about maybe labor, what to expect, okay, I'm not going to plan. Let's meet in the next video. Bye. Just wish me good. Okay, and back. Thank you.